Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin Vom Eigen and I run a final expense telesales team. We sell final expense life insurance 100% over the phone. We do a couple $100,000 per week in annualized premium, and that's growing. We did $10 million in annualized premium last year. Today, I'm going to cover how to structure your presentation of the features and benefits of a final expense plan to help solve the client's problems. Now, in most scripts that are out there or presentations, there's a section where you have to go over the features and benefits of the plan itself with the client. This is usually after you figure out what they qualify for and before giving them the quotes. It may not be in that order in the script you use. If you'd like a copy of my script, just email me at jve@thejve.com. So jve@thejve.com. Every presentation is going to have a section where you demonstrate the features of the plan in a way that solve the client's problem and solve what they're looking to accomplish. There's only a certain amount of benefits that come with a final expense plan. Okay, they're very basic. Mainly, it's a whole life policy. It has cash value. There's a terminal illness benefit. If it has an immediate benefit, it's a day one benefit. Sometimes they have nursing home riders, children's term insurance riders added onto the plan that you can add for riders. Every final expense plan usually has the same features and benefits, right? So what I want to go over here today is how to present those features and benefits in a way that solves the client's problems. People only buy things if they love it or it solves a problem for them, and most people don't love insurance. I'm going to go over how to structure these different features and benefits in a way that solves the client's problem. Number one, whole life policy. So if your client wants to have their funeral covered, cremation covered, maybe they want to leave money behind for a loved one to cover any other expenses that may come up or bills or something like that. A whole life policy is the solution to that problem because once they do it, they're never going to have to do it again. They're not going to have to re-qualify for another plan. They can add coverage in the future, but it's not like this is going to expire. So it's kind of like one and done. Set it and forget it. That's what I tell them. Just like the oven, the rotisserie oven. Set it and forget it. You get a whole life policy, you know that your funeral, cremation, whatever you want this to cover is taken care of for good as long as you make your payments every month. Whole life policy makes more sense than a term because it's guaranteed you're gonna pass these burdens on to your loved ones at some point. So what you wanna do is, the trick is really taking the feature and then tying it into the problem that they told you they wanted to solve so that they can see this plan as a solution. So if you're just like, oh, it's a whole life policy, okay, that's cool, but how does that actually help them? Another thing with the whole life policy is that the payments will never change, right? The payments will never increase. They can't ever cancel the coverage. And that's good because everything else in your client's life is going to go up in price. Typically car insurance, homeowners insurance, eggs, milk, gas, everything's going to go up in price over time. So this is one thing that's not going to go up in price over time. This policy will cost the same every month. They're not going to have to worry about budgeting any cost increases into their life insurance premiums. If they want to add coverage, then of course, then that factors in. But for this policy specifically, you're never going to have to worry about any changes. Another thing of a whole life policy is it has a cash value accumulation portion. So over time, this can almost be used as like a rainy day emergency fund if any sort of emergencies come up or unexpected expenses. And maybe your client had told you of a situation where they had an unexpected expense, or maybe they wanted to get a gift for their grandkids, but they couldn't afford it at the time because some bill came up or something like that. So you want to use real life examples for them to help solve their problem. The biggest one for me that I really sell on a lot is the terminal illness benefit, because I experienced that firsthand when my mother passed. If I had had money up front from a life insurance policy to help with traveling and taking care of all the arrangements and everything like that, it would have been a lot easier on my family before she passed. So I always ask clients, hey, if you were, say you were diagnosed with a terminal condition and someone had to take care of you, one of your family members, who would that be? And they usually say, well, it would either be my son, my daughter, or my spouse. You can tie that terminal illness benefit into saying, hey, well, okay, well, this person may have to take time off from work, especially if it's their kids, right? Oh, would your kids have to take time off from work to take care of you? Usually they would. That would mean their kids are gonna make less money because they're gonna have to take time off from work. And their expenses are also gonna increase because there's gonna be transportation with the parent, and they're probably going to end up paying some other expenses for the parent, maybe medications or treatments or special foods they have to eat or something like that. So not only will their income drop, their expenses will increase as well. So they're gonna be in a situation where they're gonna get hit on two ends. But if you have a life insurance plan with a terminal illness benefit, if that situation ever arises, then you know you'll be able to get some money ahead of time to help your son or daughter pay the bills, cover any lost wages, and make sure that they're there for you too and not missing out being on other people in their life. And they have grandchildren, you can say, look, I know you don't want your grandkids to go without because your kids have to take care of you. So this benefit goes a huge distance. Another feature of Whole Life is, so if you're able to get someone qualified for an immediate day one benefit, you really want to hit on that hard. Especially if you're selling like some sort of niche underwriting product, like they got COPD and they can qualify for day one benefit, or they got diabetic neuropathy, or there's a company I work with that takes oxygen as a day one benefit. They take dialysis, HIV as a day one benefit, congestive heart failure as a day one benefit. So if you can get people qualified for these plans, like no one else is gonna touch that. No one, that plan won't be around forever, but no one else is gonna even touch that underwriting, right? So you wanna be able to express this to your clients and be like, hey, you qualify for this exclusive plan right here. Like this is a big deal. Really sell that benefit. And you have to tie it in to the problems that they told you they were having when you're in your needs analysis or fact finding or discovery, whatever you call that phase of your presentation, and you're asking them questions about the problems that they are going to have. This is kind of inserted into the middle of your presentation, but I want to bring this up because I hear a lot of agents every day on calls who will present these features, but they'll just list them. So they'll be like, okay, this is a whole life plan, means your premiums will never go up and the company can never cancel your coverage. This has a terminal illness benefit, which means you can get the money ahead of time before you pass. This has cash value, which means it's going to accumulate, blah, 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 blah. So that's cool, but we can't assume that our clients are going to have the intelligence to create a solution out of the feature that you're giving to them. So you need to tell them how it solves a problem for them. If you'd like to work with me, I'm hiring across the country. The only states I can't hire in are California, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Hawaii, and New York. You can hire everywhere else. If you're interested in working with me, we provide 100% unlimited leads. Commission starts at 50% of the annual premium plus bonuses. We have a system to help protect against chargebacks. We have live in-call support from experienced trainers and closers who actually jump on your calls to help you close your sales. We have multiple trainings every single day. If you'd like to work with me and take advantage, if this sounds maybe a little bit better than the system that you're in now, if you're struggling to pay for leads, if you're struggling to figure out a CRM, if you're struggling to run ads, don't waste your money on those expensive leads trying to learn the business. I don't even care if you work with me for 3 to 6 months, get good and leave, whatever. I don't mind training you and helping you be successful, okay? So if you'd like to work with me, all you have to do is shoot me an email at the email in the description of the video, or just send me a text message. My cell phone number is 774-606-6847. As always, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications. Thank you so much.